How's it going, everyone? We are back with another game. And of course, we're back with this mysterious Chinese player playing this Hausa, showing the world how OP this Civ truly is. I always said the African Civs are so insane, but it's not until now. With Julian being at rank #1 with solely Ethiopia, we've got this guy absolutely taking names in the ladder with Hausa. People finally understanding how powerful the African Civs are, which is good to see. He's going up against the British player, number 31, who I believe is Batuhan, the Age of Mythology pro himself. So he's playing as Brits. He's partial to a GMT, and yeah, I think we're going to see a GMT build from him this game. Love a good GMT build. Okay, early village dogs coming in. He sold one of the cattle by the looks of it for 150 wood. There goes the hut. Picking up some wood himself, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. No picked decks just yet. Well, how many decks does this guy have? Okay, he's got a handful of them. He's got a standard water, land, a mod. What on earth is that card? Griot hit points. I love that card. You can see in practically all of his decks, he has the Red Fulani, Cattle, and Habanaya, because that mixture is just so... That's the only deck that he doesn't have it in. And that does not look like a serious deck. So, yeah, he loves this combination here, and we've seen that combination work so many times already on this channel. We've seen it work so many times, and I'm sure more people are going to be picking up on it very soon. Even I might pick up on it very soon. Honestly, there comes a point where this card is just the most broken thing in the game. I've seen this thing give nearly 5,000 influence. If that's not broken, then I don't know what is. You can't even compare it to a normal resource. Like, imagine you got 5,000 gold or wood. Like, you'd start saying something, wouldn't you? But it's not even like it's comparable, because influence is harder to get than any of the other resources. It's like having 5,000 export. Imagine an Asian Civ get 5,000 export card in Age 4. You'd be saying something. You'd be saying something. But anyways, we love to see it, and I'm not asking for it to be nerfed. I do not want it to be nerfed. I think this Civ needs to be explored more, and I love seeing the versatility. I love seeing the randomness of it. I love seeing something fresh and new, rather than the classic France, Spain, Brits that we're constantly seeing. It's really good to inject some, you know, fun into the game with new cool builds. All right, let's go have a look at Mr. GMT. Yep, pretty much the 20 longbows, the 15 longbows. Has pretty much all the industrial cards. Lots of unit shipments in Age 4. Does have quite a few cards in Age 2. Yeah, and standard Age 3 as well by the looks of it. Just have the 1k wood and 8 villagers, which are really important. 5 hussar, which is really important. I prefer the longbows over to the musketeers. I prefer the 9 longbow over the 9 musketeers, but that's still okay. Because you can ship the longbows and then ship Roger's Rangers to convert those longbows. And age up with longbows as well, which is quite a nice little build order there. But anyways. Let's have a cheeky gander what we got going on here. H2's coming in nice and fast with the governor before 4 minutes, of course. It's on 13 villagers. The standard villager count for GMT. Everyone on food. Gets just enough gold with 400 so he can make sure he ages up. The governor is going to produce 200. And then when 700 gold gets here, that's going to give a grand total of 1,000 coin. Yep, 700 coin, 700 wood, stacking them up is great. And then what you want to do is you want to squeeze in the Glorious Revolution to be able to get the Highlander tech. Governor going very, very aggressive. And I'll tell you what, this is a strong build versus this Hausa player's strategy here. So we'll see if it's going to pay off for him. I actually did the GMT build versus him, and I'm sure you guys have seen by now how that went. And it was such a fun game to watch. But we'll see if Batuhan can succeed where I failed. Does have 2 TPs, of course. What is the Hausa player going to do? Is he going to do anything to counter this early? Does have some early Akans coming in, but that's from the influence. So he'll only be able to make a few of them, but doesn't even make a few of them, only makes one of them. But is going for 5 raiders first. Interesting. Selective breeding, of course, coming in, making a griot. Very versatile unit. So first shipment is 5 raiders instead of usually what you see is crossing festival first shipment. So going for 5 raiders, wanting to adapt here, maybe with the Akans and the raiders. If he sees this outpost, does he see this outpost? He doesn't see the outpost. But with those Akans and raiders, he could siege that down. And his explorer, he could actually siege that down. He's making more raiders now as well. And I think Batuan's making a huge mistake here, leading his explorer towards his outpost. That is a mistake. Oh, somehow Francis Drake survives on 17 HP, but the Akans finish it off. And yeah, this is the problem. Now he's going to see it. He's going to be able to siege it down. So no really aggressive outpost, age-up stuff coming in for Brits now. All of their unit shipments are going to come in from the TC. It's not game losing or anything like that, but it is a big advantage that he loses now. Okay, so early raider raid with a few Akans dripping there. A nice mass for 6 minutes, honestly. A really nice mass for 6 minutes. This is going to beat all of that kind of Spain fast fortress, Otto fast, or everything that pushes far, like it has an outpost that comes forward. So, yeah, that's a really nice adaptation there with the raiders before you go for the crossing festival. In comes the crossing festival. Is he going to make some Falanis? Of course he is. Raiders coming in. And stopping the villagers here, he has managed to get the church. Yes, targets the church first. Very, very smart. You see, church has less HP than a manor has. These things only have 1,500 HP. Siege that down. And if we have a look over at Brits, all very smart, though, by Batuhan here. He does age up. He does get the Howden and Shoni Tomahawks out. But sieging down that church is really smart because it delays the Highlander tech coming in. So and often in this case, the Brit player would have used all of his wood up. So if he does that, he's going to have to chop for 150 wood again just to be able to get the Highlander tech, slowing him down immensely. So smart play there. Wow, a scout kills one of the raiders, finishes one of the raiders off. But yeah, look at this. Batuan running back with his tomahawks. Wants to protect this church. Definitely. The Highlander tech is coming in. Once the Highlander tech comes in, you know, it's not the end of the world losing it. That's the most important thing here, is to get that Highlander tech. There it comes. Yeah, he's going to re-siege the church. Little does he know, though, that he doesn't need the church any longer. 1k wood is the first shipment instead of 2 falconets. I feel like that's a mistake, but interesting. 1k wood coming in. Maybe he's going to stay in H3 here. Oh, he's going for business wheelhouse. He's going for the saloon. I've seen Batu do this before. And so, for anyone who doesn't know, the tech from the Glorious Revolution doesn't just give you 8 Blackwatch. It gives you 8 Blackwatch and allows you to make more of them from the saloon, from the big pub. Because apparently, taverns can produce Highlanders. A Scottish person in an English pub, in an English tavern. Hi-ya. Fights will be kicking off in there, I can tell you that. And that's probably why they're so tough. And look at this. For 200 coin, he's going to start making them again. So you can see now that all of his villagers go straight onto coin. And he's just going to pump out the Highlanders. So interesting play from him here. I personally like just to go up straight into industrial. But, you know, being able to mass all of these Highlanders is pretty scary. So he's got his Highlanders on stagger mode. I'm not sure why he put them on stagger mode when Hausa is not age 3 yet. Doesn't need to worry about any cannons, but still. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Francis Drake. Soaking up some HP there. He's going to go straight for the fort. Smart play. Could drag back some Highlanders here and try and be clever, but might just have to accept he's going to lose some units here. Highlanders dying to TC5 feels really bad because they're so expensive. And he does start dragging back the weak one, which is a really nice play. Falanis that were eating cattle here, getting dragged in to do some damage, which is nice. A couple more Highlanders coming in. 3 more on the way as well. He can get 2 more. He does. A match of 5 Highlanders coming in scary. Down goes the 4. So that's going to have to be rebuilt before we can get all of those special units out with the influence. Fulani going straight back onto eating the Sangha cattle. Such a good, versatile unit, Fulani, using them to eat cattle. And if you need to defend with them, you can just go and attack with them. It's a really smart play there by the Hausa player. But look at this, 14 Highlanders. 14 Highlanders! Still no, having 2 cannons would be really nice here. He's making a priest as well. Friar Tuck coming in here. That's going to be able to heal the Highlanders. Still got 4 raiders. But Batu, I think, yeah, he's splitting his tomahawks here. Nice, really nice. Leaving them in his base just to deal with the raiders when they come here. For another batch of 5 Highlanders. Holy cow! Nice. There's going to be 2 raiders down. Almost the 3rd one. 35 villagers right now on point. Look at the eco of Brits. So GMT is such a good way of getting good eco for Brits. You age up really fast into age 3. You get 1k wood. That's going to be 6 or 7 vills. You get 8 villagers. Like, it's incredible. 1k coin coming in here. It gives you such a huge spike in eco and essentially cheats your way into age 3. So you don't need to stay in age 2. You don't need to do the whole age 2 stuff to get good eco. You can get good eco in age 3. Still making those Highlanders. I think he's going to ship the Highlander card here as well. No, he goes for 2 Falconets. Fair enough. Could have gone for 9 Highlanders there. Which would have been okay. For 1k... It's almost a 2k shipment. So it's 1,800 resources. But for 1,000 coin, you get an 800 resource card. That feels like that should be 10 Highlanders. That should definitely be 10 Highlanders because an equivalent age 3 card is 1,000 resources. So that feels like that should be an extra Highlander. But look at this army of Highlanders. He's got 29 Highlanders at 12.5 minutes. 2 Falconets ready. That's scary. That is super scary. He's up 4k score. However, Hausa, we blinked. And of course, Hausa are now in age 4 already. First shipment is going to be that red Fulani cattle. Gives them that big Benny and a load of other cattle. Another livestock market going down here. He's going to need it when all of this cattle comes in. You can hear that griot clapping away somewhere. He hasn't sent any cards in age 3. He's getting ready to send royal fortifications as well. Yeah, he sees them coming in there. Yeah, he has to switch right now to native treaties instantly. Habanaya is worth 2,500 influence at the moment. So doesn't want to send that just yet. He does have a native post getting built over here. Is that a second town center? It is, but look at the Highlanders diving in here. These things have 40 siege. What does he have right now to deal with this? That TC is going to get taken down so quickly. The fort is up. He wants to take the fort down. Because you see here, the native treaty is coming in. Is he going to... Oh, the cattle are doing a runner for it. The cattle are doing a runner for it. And if Batu is smart here, he'll siege down the livestock and try and steal away some of the Sangha cow. This is everything right now. Habanaya is trying to come in right now. But the cattle, they're desperately trying to stay alive. The livestock market goes down in Francis Drake. It's going to steal so many of the Sangha cow and instantly murder them. Wow, 13 of them managing to run away to safety here, but he loses so many. And now Habanaya, the resource potential of this has been cut in half. He has to switch to the champion Yoruba here. But they're going to get absolutely melted by the Highlanders, but not before they take down the 2 Falconets super fast. 5 more coming in. Now we've got ourselves a real game. But this army of Highlanders is so tough. Surely the Highlanders come out on top here. Something coming down the south here. Griot slowing down the Highlanders' attack fire. It barely touched the edges. We've got some, these are the tomahawks, but look at this. And that's the end of the game. That is the end of the game. That is the most convincing win against this Hausa player I have ever seen. Wow. Still has 19 Highlanders left, with 10 more coming in. Unless you've got a huge mass of skirms, this is insanely hard to deal with. And you can see here, that was just the perfect counter. Just a mass of Blackwatch. Wow. And stealing all of those Sanga cattles that was the game-changing moment. He forced Hausa to have to fight. If Hausa was able to run away and get some of those influence out, he could have got a load of falconets out and other bits and bobs. But really smart play by Batu to take down the livestock there and steal loads of those dead Sanga cows. Look at that. Genius play. That is where it hurts. That is how you hit Hausa. You steal their Zebu cattle. That is how you hit Hausa. The army of Highlanders. I think that'll be the thumbnail. And, yeah, impressive stuff there. 40 Highlanders. He made 40 Highlanders. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Impressive stuff there by Batu. Fantastic game. I think that might have been part of the shipment. I'm not really sure. Looks like he did send Scottish Highlanders. I don't know if that is being sent or it has already been sent. But still, that is absolutely crazy. Mass Highlanders is a real build in this game, guys. And look at the stats on these bad boys. 63 range attack. Great game by Batu. And, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. I will catch you in the next game. Peace.